My name is Zachariah with Old Man Gaming. Welcome to another episode of Old Man Lone Wolf. We are in Book 2, deep in Book 2. Klon Van Helgen is still surviving, but his boat just got sunk by a storm. He is making his way to a fishing boat to try and... he's going to make his way to a fishing boat to try and signal himself so he could get out of the water. He only lost one endurance point, but he should get it back because of his healing. And yeah, that's where we are. We lost the waistcoat, I think, the chainmail, so our endurance is a little bit lower now, but we're doing okay. You desperately wave your Kai cloak above your head until you are near exhaustion. Pick a number and the random number. Great, another random number. I don't like the random numbers. All right, turn to 180. You conclude that the crew are either blind or have no intention of rescuing. The fishing boat continues on its course out to sea and, without seeming to notice you, disappears over the horizon. Pulling off a loose plank of the hatch cover and using it as a makeshift oar, you set out to paddling towards shore. Okay. You fucking kidding? I just got the quarterstaff. Oh my god. You're only 50 yards offshore. I hate that it pops up before I even read what's happening. Like, I know some bad crap's going to happen now. When you are only 50 yards offshore, you slip into the waves and swim towards land. When you finally reach the beach, you sink your fingers deep into the wet sand and slowly claw your way up the beach to the shelter of some dunes. You are exhausted and very hungry, and the only possession that you have saved are your gold crowns, your backpack, and any special items that you did not discard in the storm. Why did I even... Oh, it's like in a video game when you, like, get a bunch of stuff, and then, like, the first thing that happens to you is, like, you're caught in a storm, and you have to drop it all, and you start over. I hate that. I hate it. It's like, why did I even bother hemming and hawing about what I had? Oh. And I'm sure that there are ways to get here without losing it all. It's so frustrating. You're exhausted and very hungry. Only possessions you have saved are the gold crowns in your backpack. And any special items that you did not discard in the storm. Any weapons and backpack items that you possessed before the storm have been lost. Make the necessary adjustment on your action chart. However, a few hundred yards away, you notice clumps of small, twisted trees laden with purple fruit. Oh, great. So let's see where we're at, right? Combat skill is dropped to 50. Why is my combat... Oh, no weapon. They have no weapon whatsoever. Great. Endurance is... Okay, 20. Still got my money. Lost everything else except for the stupid seal of Hammerdoll on my map. Okay. Alrighty. If you wish to eat this fruit, would he eat this fruit? Oh man, I always teach you not to just eat random fruit. I'm not going to do it. I can heal it back up. I heal 1 per round anyway. Behind the trees, you notice a wide coast road running from east to west. If you wish to head east, if you wish to head west. Okay, so let's check the map for first time. Map of the Last Lands. Alright, so this is Raggadorn, right? So we were only 8 hours from Raggadorn. So, like, we're in this general section, I feel like. And Duranor is this way. So we've got to go... We got to go east. We got to go east. So that's the way we're supposed to be going. So we're going to go east. +2 endurance points. Healing. You walk for over 3 hours along the lonely coast road until until night begins to fall. Man, I cannot read right now. You are very tired and you decide to get some sleep and continue at dawn. You remember the tales told by your Kai masters of the wildlands between Summerland and Durinor, where packs of wild dogs roamed the wastelands at night. With these stories in mind, you decide to spend the night in the safety of a large leafy tree at the edge of the road. Your rest is very refreshing. Restore 2 endurance points. Okay, great. Back up to full. Although you awake to a cold and rain-swept dawn, the branches of the tree and your Kai cloak have kept you warm and dry during the night. Looking along the coast road, in the distance, you can see a wagon heading towards you. If you wish to get down from the tree and flag it down, if you wish to try and jump onto it as it passes beneath your branch, we're going to flag it down. It is a large passenger wagon, similar to those used by the highway travelers of Summerland. The driver pulls the horses to a halt and stares at you from under the wide brim of his hat. You ask where he's bound for. We're bound for Ragadorn. Due there by noon today. A seat will cost you 3 gold crowns, but if you can ride on the roof, for only 1. I have 22. I don't know why I wouldn't want to ride in it. I'm gonna pay the 3 gold crowns. Boop. Alright, I think I'm gonna save here. Pictures usually mean stuff's about to happen, so I'm gonna save here. This is gonna be my second save, second of 2. So I got 1 more save, and that's it. I keep doing that backwards. Oh, save 2, not save 3. That'll mess me up. Alright. Back to Fire on the Water. Inside the coach is warm and dry, shaking the rain off from your Kai cloak. You notice 3 other passengers on board. 2 women and a man who is snoring loudly. One of the women looks up and smiles. Inside the coach. We should reach Ragadorn in 6 hours, she says, placing her basket on the floor so that you can sit beside her. You learn that she lives in Ragadorn, and she tells you a little about the port. Since Killeen, I think it would be Killeen. Since Killeen the Overlord died 3 years ago, Ragadorn has been ruled by Lachlan, his evil son. He and his mercenaries are nothing but pirates. They bleed the people dry with their heavy taxes, and if anyone complains, they are quietly disposed of. It's a sorry state of affairs. If you take my advice, you'll leave Ragadorn as soon as possible. Oh, great. During the journey, you must eat a meal or lose 3 endurance points. I don't have a meal! Then in the distance, you hear a bell tolling. You look out of the window and see the city wall of Ragadorn. The coach passes through the west gate and pulls to a halt as you jump to the ground. You are greeted by an awful smell by this dingy seaport. A rusty sign nailed to the wall says, "Welcome to Ragadorn." The woman tells you that you can board a coach to Port Box, but at the coach station in the near the east gate of the city. 3 endurance points. Okay. So, I want to go to like a shop. It's just I don't know how I would get to a shop. I don't want to get lost. Yeesh. East gate of the city. You wish to walk north into Westgate Lane. East towards Axe Lane. Well, we got to go towards Axe Lane. It doesn't sound very inviting, does it? This rubbish-strewn cobbled street runs between rows of ramshackle, rot-infested houses and shops. The few inhabitants of Ragadorn that you see appear a cheerless lot, their faces haggard and drawn. They shuffle through the gloom, hunched against the pouring rain, their eyes fixed on the cobblestones at their feet. Then you reach a junction where Axe Lane bends towards the north and another street heads off towards the east. We will go east and enter Sage Street. Oh! A shop! This street seems dirtier and smellier than the one you've been down. The cluttered window of a shop to your left catches your attention. In the window are many useful items, all of which bear a price tag. I gotta have enough for the fair, though, don't I? I don't have a quarterstaff. Oh, that's so frustrating. It's just weapons. No meals. It's a fur blanket. All right. What do we got? We got 19 crowns left. It's just, the thing is like, part of me says that this guy would buy the spear because it's the closest to a quarterstaff. But I know personally that it's not going to do anything extra for me because I don't have spear or whatever. Honestly, I think the dagger is just as good as anything else. Backpack, one gold. We're going to buy the spear. So we're going to role play it. We're going to buy the spear. So, you want to buy the spear? Yes. So we lost 5 gold crowns. You get a spear. So my combat's at least back up to a 19. They didn't have the quarterstaff that I was hoping for, but it is what it is. So he's got a spear. So let's continue. I really was hoping for a meal too, but whatever. You are standing opposite a large building with a sign on the wall. Ragadorn Stables and Coach Station. A green-clad coachman is sitting next to the notice board that reads, Port Box. Journey time, 7 days, 1 week. Yeesh. Okay. If you wish to approach the coachman and ask to buy a ticket, yeah. 20 gold crowns! Crap nuggets. I wouldn't have even had enough if I hadn't bought this beer. Okay. I do not have enough. Get 1 gold crown. How did I get 1 gold crown? Alright, we'll find out, I guess. Opposite the coast station is a narrow street leading to a gaming house with a sign outside. Great. No weapons allowed inside. You are excited by the chance of being able to win some gold, and you quickly enter. Any weapons you may have must be left with the guard at the door. You can recover your weapons when you decide to leave. Do not erase them from your action chart. You are given a silver token worth a gold crown. That can only be used in this gaming house. You only receive a free silver token once, regardless of how many times you may enter the gaming house. The entrance hall opens to a large room. One catches a cartwheel, which is roulette. Great. At the end of the long table is an attractive woman, spins a black dish divided into 10... I should read this. At one end of a long table, an attractive woman spins a black dish divided into sections marked 0 to 9. As the dish spins, she stops. She drops a small silver ball into it, which eventually comes to rest on one of the numbered sections. Several merchants are seated around the table, and they are heavily betting on the silver ball. This is roulette. This is roulette. To play cartwheel, you must first decide the number you would like to bet on and just how many gold crowns you would like to stake. Make a note of these numbers and then pick a number on the random number table. You may play as many rounds of cartwheel as you wish until either you lose all your gold crowns or you decide to pick up your winnings, maximum 40 gold crowns. Yeesh. Kind of just want to withdraw and see if I can't get the money another way. I don't think this is the way to do it. I still got 15 gold crowns. If I can find 5 somewhere else. Let's play once, and we'll bet on 7. Whoa, I got 5 gold crowns? Damn. Okay. All right. Is that enough? That's 20 gold crowns, right? That's enough, I think. I'll be at 0, but do I want to lose any? I don't think so. Let's just collect. All right. Yep. We're down to 0. Great. You pocket the ticket. Mark this as a special item on your action chart. And the man takes you to a coach that is waiting near the east gate of the seaport. It is empty, and you take a seat near one of its circular windows. You are relieved to find that the seat is quite comfortable, for the journey to Port Bax will take 7 days. Stowing your equipment beneath the seat, you settle back in comfort and doze off. When you awake, there are 5 other passengers, and the journey to Duranor has already begun. And we're on the random numbers again. After only half an hour, the coach is stopped by some armed horsemen. They wear the black ship and red crest emblem of Lachlan, the overlord of Ragadoon, the evil guy. They demand gold in payment for what they call exit taxes, 1 crown from each passenger. The other travelers each place a crown on the silver plate, and they hand it to you. Shit. It's about to get ugly. A priest suddenly leans forward and donates another crown to the plate, and the coach is allowed to continue on its way. Perhaps you can return the favor sometime, my son. In the future, my son, he says, and returns to his seat before you can reply. But you notice how strange it is that the hood of his robe keeps his face in constant shadow. You are soon across the swollen river, and the journey continues. Interesting. Okay. Here we go. During the course of the afternoon's journey, you chat with your fellow travelers and learn about their background. I only have one more save, so I don't want to save here. With their backgrounds. Sitting opposite the 2 brothers named Ganon and Dorier. They are knights in the Order of the White Mountain, warrior lords of Duranor, who have pledged allegiance to protect the country from raids by the bandits of the Wildlands. They own a castle and land near Port Bax. Next to them sits Halvork, the merchant. His nose is swollen and his face is badly bruised, thanks to Lachlan, the overlord of Ragadoon. A little misunderstanding about port taxes lost him his cargo and most of his gold. Seated by the far door is a priest called Parsion? Parsion? I think it's Parsion. Parsion. Like you, he is a summerlending who has journeyed across the wildlands by the coach on his way to Port Bax. Beside you sits a young woman called Vivica. She is a mercenary. Adventuress, who earns her gold by fighting for it. Hell yeah, Vivica. And sells her services to the highest bidder. She is returning to Port Bax, having collected payment for a successful adventure in Ragadoon. Not wishing to reveal your true identity, you have pretended to be a simple peasant. The travelers seem unaware of the war that now rages in Summerland. Okay, so those are the 2 brothers. Then we've got the merchant. We've got the priest who helped me out, who is very suspicious, as the kids would say, sus. Then we got Vivica. All right, turn to 39. At dusk, the coach stops at the inn on the coast road to Port Bax. The cost of a room for the night is 1 gold crown for the coach passengers and 3 gold crowns for anyone else. As you are about to enter, the coach driver demands to see your ticket. You have the ticket. I have a ticket. There you go. There's a ticket. I don't have any money, guys. Do I have money that I don't realize? No, I have 0 gold crowns. Why is this even offering this? The driver nods and hands back the ticket. The inn is warm and poorly furnished. You must eat a meal here, which will cost you 1 gold crown unless you have a meal in your backpack. I don't have either. The Kai discipline of hunting cannot be used when instructed to eat a meal on your journey through the wildlands, as it is a barren wasteland inhabited only by creatures called Szals, a weak and cowardly breed of Gaiac. Well, I'm really glad I didn't take hunting then, so I have to not eat. Yep. And I have no money. The innkeeper frowns at you and points at the side door. If you can't afford a room, you can go sleep in the stable. As you walk towards the exit, you feel the stare of the other passengers burning into your back. The door is slammed shut, and you stand shivering in the cold night air. Great. What? Fucked up. Claude died. He died. That's it. That's the first death. Oh, because I didn't have enough money. Oh, that's frustrating. You climb on the top of a pile of sheaves, of hay, and pull your warm kai cloak around your shoulders to keep out the chill wind. You quickly fall asleep, little knowing that you will never open your eyes again. One of the other passengers on the coat, who is an agent of the Dark Lords, creeps out and assassinates you in the dark chill of the night. Do you know who it was? I don't, because I'm dead. Your life and your quest. See, I don't like this one. I don't like how I died here, because it doesn't really give you a chance to choose correctly. It's just like you don't have enough money and you die. I don't think that that's the way they should have done that. I'm just... first criticism. I know it's my first death, and I look like I'm being just like a poor sport about it. I just feel like I should have like they should have been like, do you want to sleep in the stables, or do you want to like sleep on top of this? And then this would have been the safe way, and this wasn't. Like, this was just like, you don't have enough money, you're gonna die, period. So I'm glad I didn't save again, because if I had saved again, I would just keep rehashing this, and Claude would definitely be dead. So that's my first death. We're gonna reload. Wait. Load a save game. Choose a file. So I don't remember where we were. We were in save game 2, right? Save 2. So it was on the first carriage that we went on. So we've got all of Ragadoon to go through again. That is frustrating. But here we go. So that's one death. I got one death on the die. I got 2 more deaths, right? Or Claude's done. And we got to start the book over from scratch with a whole new character. Fun stuff. So we still don't have a meal. So we can't. So I'm in Ragadoon. So I know if I head east, I'm gonna hit the shop, right? I wonder if there's another way to make money in this city other than just gamble, or do I just try and gamble more? I think for this time around, I'm gonna just try and gamble more. So we're gonna go Axe Lane. We already read this one, so we're gonna go to Sage Street. We're gonna yet again buy the spear, because if I'm gonna try and gamble, I need a weapon. I cannot go into things with a combat skill of 15. So I'm just going to buy the weapon. Yes. So we got the spear. We lost that. So we turn to 86. 20 gold crowns. Don't have it. So we end up in here. We get the 1 gold crown. Just go to 7 again, because that worked out for us, right? Let's up it to 2. Lost 2 gold crowns. Great. Great. Good start. Good start. Let's keep it at 7. Let's do 2 again. Well, that's not good. It's got to hit 7 eventually, right? Yay! 10 gold crowns. So our bell pouch is up to 21. We need a little bit more money, though, I feel like. And I feel like we need a little bit more money. So let's switch this back to 1, so we're not losing a ton each time. Let's keep doing the 7. Lost. 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 Yeah, 1-8. So now I'm up to 26. That's enough to get me a room. So, let's move forward. Because I don't like the gambling. So I have enough to do what I need to do. Let's move on. Journey report box. 20 gold crowns purchase ticket. Yay! So now, oh my god, we got to do the random number again. Shit. Okay, here we go. Completely different page. Great. Let's do it. You've been traveling for nearly 2 hours when the driver shouts, Toll bridge ahead. 1 crown apiece. Looking out of the window, it is pouring down with rain, but you can just make out the wooden bridge and a log cabin in the distance. The driver halts the coach at the log cabin, and an ugly creature appears at the doorway. It is a warty-skinned Szal, a harmless and cowardly breed of Gaiac. They have been natives of the wildlands since the age of the Black Moon, when thousands of their kind migrated from the Dern Crag Mountains to avoid the tyranny of Vashna, the mightiest of the Dark Lords. The Szal demands 1 gold crown from each passenger before the coach will be allowed to pass. The other passengers each place a gold crown. I've got enough, right? What am I at? I'm at 6, so I got enough. I'm gonna pay the toll. We're gonna pay the toll. Bloop. Okay, so we're back to here. We read all this. We know all of the characters. We're going to move through. At dusk. We've been here too. Driver demands to see a ticket. You see the ticket. So I can buy a meal. I might just not buy a meal because my healing is like recovering every so many. So I'm only losing 3. That's like 3 sections I got to move through. So I feel like I should just keep kind of like relying on my healing. Like he's starving at this point, but the healing's keeping him alive. So I think we're going to save the room and do not eat. Lost 3 endurance points, but we kept the 6 gold crowns and we can't afford the room. You sleep deeply without being disturbed before rising at dawn, gathering your equipment and joining the others as they board the coach. For 2 days and nights, the coach follows the trade route across the flat, treeless wildland. It stops only to allow the driver to sleep. But on the morning of the 9th day of your quest, there's an unfortunate accident. So I think I'm going to stop here and try and get 3 episodes out of this. With the little death, it kind of pushed this back a little bit. And I think this is just a good place to stop and try and get a full 20 minutes out of a 3rd episode. It'd be really nice. So, guys, you can reach me on Facebook at OldManGamingDH, on X at OldManGaming9. You can join our Discord. The link's in the description below. Influences and all of our shows. I record this show also for WizardsRespite.com. Check out WizardsRespite.com for really good tabletop role-playing game articles, some really cool merchandise there, and just all your tabletop role-playing game needs. You can also, just come back next week and listen to more of this. We're having a lot of fun with this. So yeah, Fire in the Water, Claude Van Helgen, One Death in the Bank. Can he get through this book and survive? We will see next week. As long as you guys keep watching and listening, we'll keep making them.